Hey guys, welcome back to another Eurovoxx Live. I hope you're all doing really, really well. We are just about to find out who is going to represent Serbia at this year's Eurovision Song Contest. We've had the jury votes and now all of the televotes are coming in. So we are just about to find out the winner. I'm so happy to be joined by Dom and Sanya. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, doing good.
Good.
Doing great.
Good to hear it. And yeah, we've had the first lot of points.
Actually, on my stream, we already know the winner.
Oh, we've got the winner.
Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So there we have it, guys. We now know that Taya will be representing Serbia at Eurovision 2024. We had 16 participants, all hoping to represent Serbia at this year's Eurovision, but there could only be one winner, and that is Taya. Guys, how are we feeling about this? Dom, how do you feel about tonight's winner?
Kind of expected. Like, she was the favorite to win this, but it was. Yeah, I wasn't sure because there were quite a few songs which I was like seeing as a potential winner of this, so it was quite close. And we kind of see that in the result because she didn't win the televote; she only came second, but she won the jury. So by the end, it was quite comfortable in terms of the victory. But yeah, it was interesting also because there were some big Serbian names in the contest, like Konstrakta. And so that victory wasn't sure, but in the end she did it. So yeah, well done to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sanya, how are you feeling about tonight's winner?
I'm so happy. Now in my head I have that meme with LOREEN and Karja, like Croatia and Serbia on this year Eurovision, and I don't know, I like it a lot. I mean, she was my like second choice, but actually she was sharing my first place with Konstrakta, so that's my like first choice.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes without saying, tonight's show was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The staging, all of the participants. I think there was multiple participants tonight that could have represented Serbia and have done really well. But yeah, we now have our winner. That's so exciting. And we also have some comments, people getting involved. Thank you so much, guys. We have LOREEN, evening. Why do subnational finals use this voting system? It's so unfair. Yeah, we have. I mean, there's quite a few national finals that use this way, don't they? It seems like a little bit of a trend, doesn't it? So yeah, some people like it, some people don't. So maybe it's something that will stay in the future. We will just have to see. We've got Bubble Pirate. Hi, Bubble Pirate. Konstrakta was the best. Oh, I think a lot of people will be agreeing with you there with that one. Thank you so much for getting involved, guys. Keep your comments coming in, like, subscribe, and yeah, let's talk about tonight's show and performances. I think we've already said like some of our favorites already, but yeah, I'm super happy with tonight's result. Absolutely love this song, Ramonda, because of its deeper meaning and the way that Taya conveys it on stage. She's got like a really cool edge to her, but at the same time, she brings like the emotion through the song as well. And I love the way in which the staging progresses throughout the performance. And then in the final bit, you've got that purple flower, which of course is the Ramonda flower of Serbia. So yeah, it's just such a beautiful performance. And I think it's something completely different to a lot of the entries we've got this year. But yeah, how are you feeling? Where do you think this will come so far, Dom, in the ranking so far against the rest of the competition at the moment?
So maybe like, can we change the layout because it's so weird having different sizes?
Of course.
Like
sorry, there we go, guys.
Read like this. That's better.
I haven't even noticed.
Like, do you know how to put on our names in it? Because usually they are already there. But anyway, in the meantime, so I think it's a good choice for Serbia, even though she wasn't my favorite. just because like this song is more leaning towards a ballad, I would say. It's like creating a mood, which is good. I think it had the best staging out of all the 16 entries. And ballad is a genre or like a type of song we are not having that much at this year's Eurovision, which is so rare because usually Eurovision is flooded by ballads, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's something different for once." And this year is definitely not one of them. So I think it's a smart choice for Serbia to choose that. Even though I think one of the comments was already referring like, "Yeah, another female." I think, at least that's my impression, it's more leaning to the more female dominant year in general. I think we've got more females. Yeah. So I wrote down like she was the favorite to win, even though the odds were quite close. I checked it up. I really liked the staging. I think they could really keep that pretty much. So that was very effectful. Her vocals were very good, and the song had a very nice flow. However, I had the feeling that it took a while to progress and maybe a bit too long. Personally, I think the last part, which is very nice, should have come a bit earlier. So I have this with a few songs actually, that they are progressing a bit too long before actually executing it, and then by the end they're kind of losing their time because like 3 minutes only. So maybe they could have changed that. It's the same with Belgium for me. So it's like progressing, and then it's going to be epic by the end. But maybe that part is too short. That was like maybe the only thing I would have changed. But besides that, I think she's got a shot for being in the final. Keep in mind that the semi-final is pretty small, like only I think 5 or 6. I'm not sure which one she is. I think she's in the first one.
Semi-final one, yeah, in the first
She's in the first one.
Smaller one, right? So only 5 countries were gonna be eliminated there. Plus, we know that Serbia has quite a good diaspora, and it's a ballad. In this case, a good thing to be, I would say. So I think she's gonna be in the final, and I think it's gonna be like 17 to 20th, maybe. I don't think she's gonna be in the top 10. I don't expect like a massive success, but I think she's gonna get the Balkan votes and some of the other votes in terms of like getting something which is not as quirky as many other songs this year. So I can imagine like more the classic viewers, maybe like older, would just very appreciate a classic Balkan ballad. So I think it's going to be around that.
Yeah, very well said. I completely agree with a lot of things you said there. Sanya, in terms of what Dom said, how do you think that they could elevate this for the MALMÖ stage, or do you think it needs much changes to be able to get into the left-hand side of the scoreboard in the grand final? And
I actually don't think I see it on a left side of the scoreboard like this. I see it even. Sorry.
I just found the name, so.
So I see it in top 10 even, or even better. I don't know. It's for me. It's like very magical. I'm feeling like I'm watching a music video, not a live performance. And it's like one of those performances. I like to say it, that when I'm watching it, I forget to breathe, because I'm so like consumed and concentrated. And it happened to me tonight watching the performance. And it's really also, it has symbolics. It's like it represents Serbia, and it's kind of patriotic, but in a subtle way. And I don't know, I like it. I mean, the whole world heard of Teodora thanks to Janum, to her song that went viral on TikTok. And I think this is like Janum part 2, like something that could, I see it as very successful also. I don't know how they will implement it on 30-60 degrees stage, because the stage is different than this one. So they will probably have to change something and to have like different angles, and I don't know, but let's see what they come up with.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that it's such a beautiful song with such a deep meaning. So I think that one of the best things they could do is really try and get that message across to, you know, maybe not a lot of people speaking Serbian across Europe. But yeah, it's such a beautiful message. So I think it just needs to be heard by everyone, really. So yeah, they're going to have so much of at their disposal in terms of all the technical side of things and the LEDs. So I just, yeah, I can only imagine like, just a big purple flower on that massive LED screen. It's just going to be amazing. But yeah, we have so many people commenting. So let's see who's getting involved. We have Ellen Hanwright. Hey, Ellen. I'm so excited to see her in Malmö when I come from Australia for my first in-person Eurovision Song Contest. That is amazing. Oh, like, I hope you have the best time. And yeah, that's amazing. We've also got Anna. I'm so happy that Theodora is the winner. So are we. And we also have Valentina saying Taya. There's a lot of love for Taya tonight. And then we've got Miroslav, baby lasagna all the way. There's a lot of love Croatia as well. Lasagna's loving that. Loads of comments. Thanks so much for getting involved, guys. There's a lot of love for Konstrakta here as well. Let's talk about the other performances tonight. Like I said, we had 16 performers tonight in the final. Several of them were amazing. So, Dom, who were some of your other favourites tonight, apart from Taya?
So unfortunately, she kind of flopped. Like the one after Taya was my favorite. So Christina, I'm better. She flopped fully with the jury, but got 112 points. I was like, yes, finally some appreciation. I love that. That vocals were amazing. I love that.
She was flying, right?
Pardon?
When she was like suspended in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I like the dress. I like the staging. Just the song. It's pretty minimalistic and nothing's really going on, but it really caught your attention because of that mainly. And also like her flawless vocals. That was really impressive. And yeah, that was my favorite. And I wasn't confident about the result. And yeah, it only came like, I don't know, it got 3 points, I think, in total. So yeah, here we are. But that was my favorite.
Oh, and also the fact that she was able to produce that vocal being suspended, like, just amazing. She must have had to practice that so much. Sanya, how about you? What other performances were you loving tonight?
I must say that I also loved Christina. She was great. She was like I love the song in the studio version, but I didn't know what to expect from her because she's not like an established artist that I knew of before. So I was really surprised on the first semifinals. So I was also rooting for her tonight, and it also looked magical to me. I must say that I am happy with Theodora. I'm very happy, but I would be very, very happy if they sent Konstrakta again, because that woman and her team, they are like creative geniuses. I don't know what they managed to develop to take. Some people say, oh, it's recycling. I don't know, it's not creative. I think that it is creative when you can do something like that and add layers and layers of different messages, and to I don't know, the whole concept when she like is going to clap but then she changes it. I don't know, it left me like boom. I want to be in a room for the brainstorming when they like go and share ideas, because they are like a group of creative geniuses. But also I must say that Zoria was great. And I don't know about the results, she came third, but I could imagine her winning too, and it would also be very deserved.
Absolutely, yeah, I completely agree with you there. There were so many that were amazing tonight, including, yeah, like Zoria, like you said, her voice was just impeccable. And you can tell she'd been at a national final before because the staging, her outfit, she just looks so good. And then, of course, Konstrakta as well. It's interesting, like you said, about some comments about recycling things. That's what we love Konstrakta for back in 2022. And she came 4th place, right, in 2022? Yeah, I think that's why she did so well there. So I think this is just another step up for her. And even though it's not representing Serbia this year, it's still an amazing song. And it's almost, I think this year, Konstrakta seems to have come out of her shell a little bit more as well. I know when she won in 2022, the national final, she was so surprised. So you can tell she's done this before. And she really owned that stage. So yeah, we had some other ones as well who were just amazing. I'm going to butcher a lot of the names, so sorry in advance, guys. But yeah, we had Bresvika, which I really
yeah,
thank you. I really loved that. Teodora was fantastic. A little
Zena also.
Yeah. Yes, of course, yeah. And one of my favourites, a bit of a guilty pleasure, Bojana and David with No No No. I love that one. It reminded me of being on holiday.
It's a song that you can hear in like clubs here in the Balkans.
Absolutely, yeah. I hope they play that in the Euro Club in MALMÖ, to be honest.
I must say the combination of pink and black is pretty good. I never thought about it, but they look pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, their choreography as well. I'm always so impressed when like people can sing and have that much choreography and be able to breathe. Like it's just insane.
Chanel, for example.
To say the least. Yeah. One of the greats. Yeah. Absolutely. We've got so many people getting involved. Thank you so much, guys. We've got Mickey Athens. Konstrakta was the best. Konstrakta the great, but now bottom. Did she come? Where did she come?
No, I think this comment is like, no, Serbia is not doing well.
Oh, well.
Because they didn't choose Konstrakta again.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think, again, based on like last year's result, with Luke Black coming 24th in the grand final, personally, I think this can definitely do better than that. We will see what happens. But yeah, I think it's something different to a lot of the entries we've got. And like you said, Dom, in the beginning of our live, there's a lot of televote friendly songs this year. So maybe this will be one that stands out more than the others, especially in the first one.
I was thinking the same last year with Brunette, because we also had, she was like in a lineup in a, I don't know about the running order, I can't remember, but it like stood out. And I thought, oh, she's going to do like top 5, maybe top 3, maybe even win. And then, I don't know, she came like 14th or something. Yeah. So I don't know. It reminds me of that. Maybe in terms of result, maybe she can do better. I see it now, but maybe she finishes like Brunette in the end. I don't know. I'm bad at predicting things, but this definitely is going to my personal top 3.
Yeah, I must say that I think Luke was a bit robbed. I loved that song last year.
Yeah.
Like vocally, he was clearly struggling. He was pretty poorly, I think. But the song was strong and the performance was amazing. So I think third to last was a bit rough.
We've got loads of people getting involved, guys. Thank you so much. We've got Iblis, but Taya is a better option than Breastfeed. I'm going to butcher the name again, so sorry. We've got Rye Bailey. Konstrakta was robbed. There's a lot of love for Konstrakta in here. I think there's so many people that loved her from 2022. So yeah, it's a shame she's not won, but I think Taya is a great replacement for that and going to represent Serbia. I think they've got a lot to be proud of. We've got RSM. I really like Konstrakta's song, but I wasn't too happy for the staging. I think if they avoided the replica elements, they could have won. Interesting. We've got Ozzy Ozza. Thank God Serbia saved us from this awful Saturday. This was, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that, but I thought this was one of the best national finals so far. I was entertained from start to finish.
I think this is like this commentator is disappointed about the Icelandic results, probably.
Okay, yeah, of course. recently learned that Hera Bjork will be representing Iceland at this year's Eurovision. So, guys,
I must say though about Konstrakta. So you say that, of course, I don't get the meaning. Maybe Sanja could explain what the song is about, because I have no idea.
Konstrakta song.
Yes.
Okay. The song is called Novo Bolje, which means like new, better. And it has, like, as I said, it has layers. So, for example, one viewpoint is that she's and why she like recycled the staging is because she's talking about music industry and how people always expect much from you. People expected from her to bring something more creative, something better, something new, and always like even us to ourselves are perfectionist, and expectations from people are always high. That's one point of view, and the other is about, as Konstrakta also last time she spoke about in a delicate way, but about politics and that stuff. And she's saying, for example, how politicians always promise that that this time it will be better. It will be, I don't know. We promise you that it will be something new or something better. But she said the words she repeats towards the end is like, it's coming, when she says Evo, which most people are confused with Versace. But this part, Evo, which it means like the promises of politicians. They say like, it's coming now. We're gonna fulfill our promises, but in the end, it doesn't happen. And that's why she's like doing the same thing with the staging, slightly improved. So, and she's like baking a bread because she says, what is the lyric? If this head were a little bit smarter, then this kilo of bread could be 2 kilos. It's like you always need to put a lot of effort, and to our expectations from ourselves are usually very, very high. So, as I said, I don't know if I managed to explain, but as I said, there are a lot of layers to the song. I'm forgetting something for sure, but it impresses me a lot how she managed to keep things. But she also said in her promo that it's not, it's nor new, it's neither new, it's neither better. So she basically said like, it's like this. I don't know. I love it.
Okay,
that's really interesting. Yeah,
kind of gives me like more context to it. However,
Yeah,
like
neither newer nor better.
actually in this, like, haven't we seen that already? So, firstly, of course, not speaking Serbian at all. I was like, this is very, very similar, and makes sense that she's referential about that. But people outside Serbia were like, that sounds very familiar, and they are not, they don't know the words. So I don't know how, but I think she should have made like some kind of way to convey this message, in order not to have this like exactly what I thought, like, oh, looks pretty much the same. So now she's not washing her hands, but now she's baking, and the movements, and she's again sitting, and again the backings are outside. So you know what I mean? It's very, very similar, and not knowing that that is on purpose, it kind of looks like, well, it worked once, maybe not twice. You know what I mean? So it can go either way. Maybe that's the reason why she didn't win, because obviously the Serbian people knew already, like they kind of get the message, I guess. But I can imagine that outside of Serbia, she might have struggled. Maybe also because the distance from her previous entry wasn't big enough. Maybe if she would have tried this song in like 1 or 2 years, then maybe the distance, you know what I mean? Like the break in between would be far enough not to get compared. But I think it was too soon for her to come back with this kind of song. I think maybe that's a reason.
I also remember that we were, us who understand Serbian, we were also like scared when she went with In Corpore Sano that people won't get it. but she managed to. I mean, she was fourth in the televotes, so obviously she managed to like spread the message correctly. So I think this time maybe they would also for Eurovision do like subtitles, or people like us Eurovision fans would read about the context and everything. So about the casual viewers, I don't know, it would need some explanation, maybe, as you said.
What they do in Australia, because I watched Eurovision in 2018 in Australia, because I lived there for 8 months, and they always have subtitles when it's a non-English speaking song. And that is so efficient or so good, because then you kind of get, not fully, I guess, but at least some kind of meaning behind these kind of songs. Like in German television, they don't do it. And I don't think a lot of broadcasters are doing this. But maybe this is a way to have these very distinctive or very special songs with deep meaning, still having it in your own language, but still getting it across without having to be too obvious in the staging, because that's pretty much the only other way how they can convey kind of message, So maybe all of the channels should do that.
And yeah, I think that's a really good point. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, but just back on Konstrakta, I really hope this doesn't put her off by not winning tonight's national final, because I hope she comes back and she just keeps on evolving. Who knows? We had washing her hands last time, baking bread. What are we going to get next? We just don't know.
So she's going both, so she didn't flop at all. So
no, exactly. I recommended pottery, that she can like make a statue of herself because she deserves it.
That would be cool. We need to find a way to get that to the Konstrakta team, because that is amazing. We have more comments, guys. Risto Pizzula, Mr. Chris, I have been humming Dizzy by Ollie Alexander during the day. So have I. Teodora, a lot of love for Taya here. Martinica, sorry. And Martinica again. Teodora Ramonda, symbol of peace. And we've also got Aris M. Okay, thank you, Sanya, for the analysis. Well, it surely makes sense, though. Yeah, like Dom put it, non-Serbian speakers could have a harder time with that. Interesting. Yeah, like you said, I think it's great for the national finals for it to be authentic to Serbian speakers and the Serbian jury and public. But I think like I've got a lot of admiration for them, like having subtitles at Eurovision to kind of spread the message, because in a lot of these songs they were just so full of meaning. And they've just got such a deep message, and the Serbian music landscape, it's just incredible. There's so many amazing songs, past Eurovision entries for Serbia, that are just iconic and ones that we love so much. So yeah, I just think it's Serbia needs to stay in Eurovision, because what they bring to Eurovision is amazing. But yeah, I think we'll leave it with our final thoughts. Where do you think that this can fit? Actually, different question. Where is this in your rankings, Dom, right now, Teodora Ramonda?
All right.
Approximately.
Yeah, maybe around like 20. Not my fully. Like, I think this year is pretty strong, and I think there are stronger songs personally. Fun fact, like Austria is my first. I love We Will Wave. And this is my type of music, like Poland, Lithuania, UK also. I really like this song. So it's around 20. It's not the worst by far, but it's not like one of my top 10 songs.
Interesting. I agree. I really like this, and I think it can get into the grand final for sure. I would love to see this in the top 10. And I think this is one of the songs that I would love to see win Eurovision. I've seen a few comments that because we've got so many televote-friendly songs right now, maybe a jury winner will win the whole thing. But maybe that's just one observation. But Sanya, how about you? Where is this in your rankings right now?
It's definitely in my top 3. My first choice is after after I don't know how many years, but I can finally say that my country is my winner for this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know. I love Angelina Mango. She's currently on my second spot. So I'm gonna sleep over it. Is it gonna be my second or third?
Interesting. Yeah. We haven't even got all the countries yet, and we've just got such great variety, haven't we? Yeah, it's going to be amazing, and that MALMÖ stage is impeccable. So I can't wait to see how all the countries use that to their advantage. But we're going to finish it there. Thank you so much, guys, for all your comments. We really, really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, keep on commenting, and watch out for our next lives, because they're going to be coming thick and fast as we get closer to Eurovision 2024. Dom and Tanya, thank you so much for joining me. It's been so much fun. And yeah, we'll really look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.